yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn Pops. I am Penn.
I am Pops.
What the hell is poppin', y'all? It is April the 2nd, 2025.
Yeah.
It is Wednesday, which means the show will be dropping on Friday or Saturday, whichever day we end up dropping this bitch, which is the 5th or the 6th. Tonight's episode is titled, is it NBA Playoff Times or Bracket Buster? Which one are we going with?
Oh, I did have Bracket Buster.
You had all types of shit in there.
Well, I accidentally made 2 copies and then got confused on which sheet. So Bracket Buster.
So this is called Bracket Buster.
Correct.
Welcome to Bracket Buster.
Bracket Buster.
Bracket Buster. That's tough to say a bunch of times.
Bracket Buster.
That's really, really tough to say.
Another.
Like I said, it is Wednesday, April 2nd. Show is dropping on Friday. Probably we'll have everything edited and up for y'all. We got a lot to talk about today, and I am feeling really good and really excited. Pops actually showed up this evening, like clapping and snapping and skipping down the sidewalk and shit. So I don't know, man. This could be a really good episode. Mic check-ins. POPS. What the hell is going on with you, my dog? Tell the people. How you feeling?
I'm good.
You sound good.
Yeah, I'm good.
You look good.
Thank you.
Down some weight.
Down some weight.
I see that.
Down some weight. Thanks MetaQuest and the Supernatural app and all the coaches that keep me motivated and actually reach out when I post something to say congratulations. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I do it every day.
I do it every day.
Yeah. And then I do a guided meditation on the same app every day after I'm done with my workout. So not only am I working out my body, I'm working out my mind and calming my mind.
Sometimes more important.
Definitely keeps me wanting to go. Yes, it makes me want to go back down the next day. So that's all good. Good job interview this past week. To TBD. We'll see what happens there. Yeah.
Sounds great, bro.
Yeah.
Proud of you. I'm great. Busy as fuzz. Personal training's kicking my ass. Clean Kicks clients kicking my ass. Like I always say, you can't ask for all of these things to manifest and then be mad when they come. So blessing after blessing, I'm thankful for it. I'd be tired. I'd be exhausted. Up at 5:15, in bed at 10 p.m. every single day. But it's worth it because I love what I do and I do what I love. So you can't be mad at it. Yeah. Show me some Mary. I know you're watching the Pacers game. What's going on right now?
Yeah, we got NFL playoff preview.
No, what's going on with the Pacers game right now?
Oh, I thought you were like, what's going on?
I really want to know what's going on with the Pacers game, like for real.
47-41. 2 minutes left to go in the first half.
Too close. Show me some Mary. What's on deck, bro?
We got NBA. We're back to doing around the world. Like we haven't really had a traditional around the world in a while,
ninja.
Right? So NBA playoff preview. NFL. We're just doing a quick little check-in. Couple little blurbs that we'll mention.
Ain't shit going on.
NCAA basketball. We're gonna talk about the Final Four. The preview coming on this Saturday. MLB. Another quick little thing. We got fat ass. Nope, fat bats. That's what we got. Actors, athletes, and atrocities. We are back with them.
Lord have mercy. Well done, bro. The good, bad, and the ugly. The good. It's just a flat out dope ass time for sports overall. There's not really anything that I could find that was too good in a singular capacity going on sports wise. But as I was looking through, you got NBA playoffs. You got about 7 to 9 games left in the regular season, which means these cats really give a fuck for once. And every game counts. You got Final Four, men's and women's is about to go down. Great teams and history is made on the men's side, as we'll talk about that. WNBA is coming soon. The fever, though. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
NFL draft is around the corner. So many storylines there, which also means Pops' NFL draft episode, which is one of mine. And
2 weeks from today.
And your favorites is coming pretty soon. And that shit is going to be fire. Something tells me he's going to be jazzed up for that. And Major League is back. Your Dodgers are cheating, and they're the best team ever created. They're not really cheating, but I'm sorry. The Yankees are cheating.
The Yankees are actually cheating.
That was very good. The Yankees are cheating. The Dodgers are just the best team ever created in the history of life. The bad juju, man. See what I did there?
I did.
That's very well played, I know. This sucks for women's hoops. The showdown with UConn versus USC was looking like it was destined to be. And then our girl Juju Watkins tore her ACL versus Mississippi State on March 24th. It's horrible. We feel bad for her, feel bad for USC, feel bad for her family and her fans and fans of women's college basketball, including ourselves. You hate to see any player go down. You hate to see any player get hurt. But when it's someone like Juju or it's happening to Paige twice or any player that is a perennial superstar that's going to push the women's game forward, it's the last thing you want to see. Yeah, she'll be better and all of that shit, but rehab sucks, and I really feel bad for Juju.
It does suck. She's sophomore? Junior. Sophomore. So, like, they have to do 3 years like men's as well right now, right? To go out to...
Men have to do 3 years?
Yeah. They haven't gone back to the 1 year yet. I think it's starting next season or the year after that. But
good. Make these cats play basketball. Yeah. Get better.
So yeah, I think women are also 3. So I mean, 1 more year with her. Sadly, you hate it when it happens, but you hate when it happens so late in the year, which means she's not going to be ready to go
until like January.
Exactly. So you hate to see that for somebody that's trying to, now you're looking at it as like she's probably going to be a 4-year player.
Paige played 5 so she could get her feet back underneath her.
Let me make sure I'm good to go for the next level.
Which is great for the college game, but damn.
But yeah, it was like, this was when you saw USC and Connecticut on the same side, we were all like, hey, if things work out, we're going to see this hella matchup. History matchup with those two going at it. And Paige has been doing her thing. So yeah, college basketball still been thriving, but you hate to see Juju go bad.
Facts. Mulkey Madness, the ugly. Kim Mulkey, the head coach of LSU women's Tigers.
You're talking about her jackets? Is that what the ugly
was? She used to be wearing some ugly ass jackets. Was asked by a student reporter about her back-to-back Elite 8 runs. He was basically stating that she hasn't been able to break through the Final Four the last 2 years. They won the championship 3 years ago. But since they went to the Final Four back-to-back, he asked her how she felt about it and what it would take to break through again. She got Mulkey snarky and she asked him, how many Final Fours have you played in? Now, she could have been joking, but
she can also be both.
She could have been dead ass serious. Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp made great points when they stated that had it been reversed and a male head coach like Gino went at a female reporter with a question like that, shit would have hit the fan.
You need to write an apology.
I'm just public apology and all that shit. And they're not wrong, bro. I always give grace to post game interviews, especially the losing team after a season ending situation. And I also think that reporters bait particular people into getting sound bites and viral clips.
Oh, for sure.
But either way, that shit was ugly. That shit was mad ugly. Shout outs. I hope you're okay with this because I'm doing it. I don't know if you saw, but
I already sent a picture of it to.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I want to give a shout out to the women in our lives, Christine Ray and Brittany Dawn. Those are the women who keep us regular. Those are the women who deal with us and help us with our crazy. Pops' his wife, Christine, is one of my favorite human beings, and I am so grateful for her. My queen, Brittany, is literally one of Pops' favorite people and best friends. Their connection is so special to me. If y'all could only see how they are around each other, they are very, very tight. And I think it's that Leo birthday 4-day apart thing, because him and Brittany, they could go on for days. And those are the two that are behind the scenes, out of the way, and allow us to be the people that we are. We don't ever shout you out on the show, or we don't shout you out on the show enough. So I wanted to take today in this particular instance to give a huge shout out to Christine Ray, and Brittany Dawn. We love you, ladies.
Yep.
You good with that?
Yeah, she, Christine is officially, obviously passed her certification that we were waiting for, and all that, but she actually did her actual clinical today, so she's officially done.
You better clap that up for your wife.
I know, right?
You better clap that up. You go, girl. She was so stressed out about that damn test.
Yep. So she's doing her thing over here around the corner at the Armory. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you, Armory, and yeah.
That's it, man.
That's it.
Mad love. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do some real life around the world action. It's been a minute with college basketball and all the shit that's been going on. We're going to get into around the world, some Naptown news. We're going to talk about Frank Reichs, because he's weird. We'll be back in a minute. All right, y'all.
We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Yeah, it's me. Boy. I got thrown off because last time I read yours and you read mine. and it really kind of switched up. So like I got used to it. Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project. We are presented by Pinnacle Professional Coaching. Are you feeling stuck? Are you at a fork in the road and you just can't pick a direction? Reach out to Pinnacle Pro Coaching, where we specialize in transitions, mindfulness, and self-love. Schedule a 45-minute consultation and start to unlock your full potential today.
He's so great. He's so great. Welcome back, y'all. We're gonna kick off our next segment around the world. That was fucking fire.
I was watching the halftime show.
I can see
of the Pacers game.
I can see corner shot. We live, bro. This is who we be. Y'all know by now. Corner shot. NBA playoff preview. What's popping, bro?
Let's pop it down. We got East. This is as of today standings, right? So as of today, which this will be that because Cavs are going to play the 8th seed. We just know that. Cavs should be able to handle most teams to play in. I will say the Bulls have actually been the one that have given them.
Caught fire.
They're the one that gave them also the most. What you need? You good? Okay, just make sure.
We just gave you a shout out.
Yeah. We gave you a shout out.
We gave you and Christine Ray a shout out.
Both of you together.
Because we love you.
Yep.
So much. You make our life better.
The whole world in his hands.
You want to come say hi to the people? Come here, babe.
The whole wide world.
Come say hi, babe. Look at the baby. Yeah.
Mama's little baby makes shortening. Remember that one?
No, I don't.
Shortening bread?
No.
How about, what's that other one?
We're going to sing another one. Huh?
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
Devil doesn't like it, he can sit on attack. What's that one?
I don't know.
I got that joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I got that joy
down in my heart. I do remember that.
Down in my heart, dude. Okay. Cavs, AC. Bulls have given them the most trouble. They are actually, they've played already 5 times because of the play-in. Like, because of the play-in tournament, the NBA Cup.
Oh,
so,
snurf,
right?
Snurf,
so, like,
snurf,
there's
snurf,
an
snurf,
extra,
snurf.
like,
Snurf.
they're going to end up playing 6 or 7 times the full season. So, the Bulls have actually stolen 3 of those
They basically
wins.
played a series.
Exactly. They've played a series where the Bulls have actually been close in all those games. Won, I think, 2 or 3 of them. They're the only one at that bottom seed. Right now, they're at that bottom seed waiting to get up to see if that'll be it. Well, obviously, if they end up winning both of those games, they'll end up at 7 instead of 8. But if the Bulls would be the only one that'll be like, oh, that might be a record for, that might be a nice little series for 1 or 2 games, and to make them kind of be like, oh shit, we gotta lock it up. Yeah. Celtics versus the 7th seed. I think they've come to play. I think they're going to be fine. I actually, just because they've won the championship, I have more stock on them. They're the previous winners. They know what it takes.
Somebody got to beat us. Prove that we're not the champions.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, great job, Cavs, for having their regular season record. We see why that doesn't really matter in the West almost every year. It means
nothing.
So it is what it is. I think the Celtics are still the team to beat at 2 right now. I think Atlanta's that 7th seed right now. They just lost, which is what got us the clinch of the playoffs.
They would give them the business.
And I'll say about that, I don't really trust Atlanta. They're horrible. So we got that one. New York, number 3 at 6 bucks right now. This is going to be very interesting to see what this 4, 5, 6 seed's going to be as we finalize these last 7 games of the season, because right now that matchup is Lillard's out indefinitely with the blood clots.
Facts.
And we have Brunson on a bum ankle who hasn't come back yet. That's a tweak away from being out again.
No doubt. For the season.
Done. So, like,
lock them down.
This will be kind of one of those where you're like, that might actually be not even a fun series to watch with that potential, but we'll see what happens there. Right now, 4 versus 5 Pistons. Pistons, sorry. I just assumed people knew that I was talking about the Pacers.
You should.
This one should be interesting. And this is where we're kind of...
They're going to fight.
Right. Here's the thing. Here's we were talking about this at work with the Pistons. Yes, you should have enforcers on your team. I think that's very, very important, especially when you're like the Pistons, the Golden States with Draymond, the Lance Stevensons when he was on the page. You have those, like, they're kind of crazy, they're a little off, but they stand at Ryan Artest, right?
Yeah.
But there is a balance to knowing when you have to be able to pull it back, because Isaiah Stewart just got suspended 2 more games.
He crazy.
So, okay, they're trying to jockey for position, and you can't handle your emotions enough to go,
young team.
I have to be on the floor to be able to help them to do so.
Never done this before.
That's why I don't trust the Pistons there.
Yep.
So when we kind of go, who would I rather play? We'll talk about that more in the thingy, but that's kind of what I go. But I'm not too scared of the Pistons just because they're kind of young right now and inexperienced.
Yeah. JB can coach though.
Right.
He can coach.
Yeah. Atlanta, not impressed. That's all I have. Orlando, sure. Injuries and more injuries all year. Like they're not ready yet. They need another star, another leader on that team before I'll even give them anything. Miami, Spoelstra will have them ready to play. It doesn't matter what the roster is.
Is Mike Spoelstra the Mike Tomlin of the NBA?
Yes. Great comparison.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, wow, they're like still in the playoff hunt? Like, oh, shit, we don't really want to play them in the play. Like, they're that team.
They're the
Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of think that.
He's established such a culture that you're going to win, especially when it comes playoff time. They're in Michigan State, right?
You stay doing more with less.
Yeah.
You stay doing more with less,
correct.
Bro. Like
they're that Michigan State team where it's like, oh, they had a slow start.
You had a team in the NBA Finals in the bubble. Like,
correct.
What are we talking about?
They went to back-to-back.
Them niggas should not have been in the finals. Yes. That's what they played in the finals, right? It was the Heat Lakers, right? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you've got Chicago down there at the bottom. I said this is my lookout team. These guys are hungry. Bunch of guys that are being overlooked right now. Kobe White is a dog, averaging 20.3. Giddy is orchestrating the offense like a maestro.
When you start talking about the West, I'm going to look at Chicago because I want to know how many games they've won of their last 10. Like, I mean, I feel like they're on the street, bro.
I think it's 6-4.
Okay.
I think it's 6-4.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I did look at that.
All right.
West, we got number 1 OKC at number 8. To be determined. So I watched OKC for the first time against the Pacers. I obviously see highlights and all that stuff, but a full game, they're hard to watch to me.
Are they?
Because it reminds me of the Harden Rockets, where Shai knows how to manipulate the calls, get to the free throw line.
You actually texted me about not really digging Shai.
Like, I love it. I love him as a person because I actually think he's better. I actually can stand listening to him talk because I just can't even stand listening to James Harden talk either. But
touche,
right? Shai, he is the new James Harden. He flops when he has a little pressure on his back. Everything it looks exactly like 8 years ago when Harden was in his prime on the Rockets and we were at the Pacers game and you were going, fuck you, Harden, I can't stand you. Right?
I can't.
Right.
I can't.
That's what it reminds me of.
Bring up old shit.
Right. I know, right?
My shit all
my bad. My bad. Yeah.
I really don't fuck with that nigga.
It was very hard to watch, and it just was frustrating. They're the new team that the refs are calling for them to win. It looks egregious when you're watching it.
Good word.
In real time.
Nice.
It's pretty bad.
Nice.
Houston at 7. To be determined. I can't say to be determined.
Was that rough for you? Huh?
Yeah. That's young, hungry, but not ready. Houston will be good. Next team, 2-3 years probably. I don't think they're I can win a 7-game series quite
Houston?
Yet. Not yet. I don't think that they're ready yet. I don't.
You think they're going to lose to the 7th seed?
I didn't say 7th seed. This is when I go all the way through the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily they're going to lose to a 7th seed.
I was like, they're going to, okay. All right.
No, okay. I think that it's a possibility that it's closer than it should be because
a 7th seed could be a nice squad.
Memphis,
right?
The
7th seed ain't gonna be no punk in the West.
That's why I'm they're still a very young team where you got to go. Okay,
the Minnesota Timberwolves could be the 7th seed.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Correct.
You better come ready to play, Houston. You got to be ready.
So they're not quite to that. We're gonna also be good in the playoffs quite yet. They're close. They're really, really close. But that's why I was in the next couple of years, we're probably gonna see that round off. But they need this experience. Hopefully, this might be that bump for them.
Who did Minnesota get in the trade? They got Dante. They gave up Cat. They got Dante. They got Julius Randle.
Yeah, he's been balling for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking.
And
playoffs.
Randall is a playoff player.
That's exactly what. Took the words right out of my mouth. You did.
Cat is always kind of a little soft to me. Great player, but he's a little soft to me. Randall's the guy you need in the playoffs.
I wish he could use his right hand.
Yeah.
I wish he could use his right hand.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I really do.
Yeah.
He can anyway, carry
Denver, Golden State is what that would be at right now. Denver should be mindful of Golden State.
You think so?
I think that the trade for Jimmy, Mr. Playoffs, and the defense and other mentality. So now you have a Draymond Green and a Jimmy Butler.
In the playoffs?
In the playoffs.
Yep. Denver
should be ready to go. Jokic is having another MVP caliber year, and we'll talk about that soon. But Denver, we've been saying, even though they've been playing well, that Denver is not quite the Denver that they were.
I can't see. You're absolutely right. Golden State is 7-3 in their last 10. You're right about Chicago being 6-4 in their last 10. Golden State's also won 3 in a row. But I saw the other day that I think that they're like 14-5 or 15-5 since Jimmy's got there. I mean, they're
ready.
They're hooping.
They're hooping.
They're hooping.
So it's like this. That's not a push. If they play Golden State, like, you better win both of those games right away at home. To me,
Golden State is 5 right this moment.
Correct.
Oh,
that changed probably since I wrote this. Yeah. So yeah, they're a half a game.
Look, we have Memphis. Yeah.
So half a game.
Anything can change, but this is based on
Lakers, Memphis. I don't trust Memphis. Luka will come out and prove a point in the playoffs. I think the Lakers actually have a really good chance of making to the Western Conference Finals. To be honest with you, he
just said that with his whole ass chest.
I think Lakers are a very good team. They're playing now. LeBron's he has got these 3 weeks to get completely back to where he was before,
and he will, because he's LeBron.
It's LeBron. They had a little bit of a slide in the last few games, but solely because he was out, and then he's coming back off of the groin. But before he got hurt, they were incredible.
I don't think LeBron really gives a fuck who they play.
No,
I don't really he's like,
no.
we're top 4, top 3, top 5.
No,
I
and
literally
if they get Memphis, you shouldn't be scared of Memphis.
What I was just about to ask you is if it works out where Los Angeles does play Golden State and Denver does play Memphis, since it's
that's
a little
what it is now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think of those matchups? What do you think of
Denver
Los Angeles?
would play Memphis instead.
Yeah,
Denver will beat Memphis
in 5.
Los
Angeles, Golden State in round 1.
That'll be a close matchup.
That might go 7.
Oh
my God.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
I think
I kind of want to see that.
I think Golden State's a hard matchup for Denver. But they'll take care of Memphis. To me, Jokic will run circles around Edey just because Edey's young, right?
He doesn't even know what he doesn't know.
He doesn't know what he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Jokic can chuck like a flick of the wrist, the full court shot that goes in. So
100%.
So I think that'd be a pretty it'd be an easier matchup for them.
Snurf.
Lakers Golden State will be a tough matchup.
It'd be fire.
For sure.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, carry on.
Minnesota. I think we're going to see Minnesota changing pretty quick.
I agree.
I think that they're going to blow this team up even more.
Is Miami close? I think Miami's close too.
Well, Miami kind of already had been. I mean, they made so many changes after Jimmy.
I'm talking blow it up.
Yeah,
what you gonna do with Bam? What you gonna do with Tyler? What you gonna do with
that's close. Minnesota. I think we're going to see Ant-Man moving towards a different team soon. I do picture
getting his
that.
Kevin Garnett on.
I think so.
He gonna dip out?
I think so.
Kevin Garnett's like, nigga, you better leave now.
Absolutely. They won't even retire Kevin's jersey. Like stop it. Let's stop it.
We've already had this talk.
So yeah, sadly, especially after moving Cat.
He said they won't even retire Kevin's jersey.
Yeah, it's a horrible franchise. Ant should leave. Come on down to the Pacers.
Where should he go for real?
Come on down to the Pacers. Him and Ty are like besties. Come on down. Ain't gonna happen, but come on down.
I mean, small market to small market. Like, Ant-Man don't give a shit about being...
I think he'd be perfect for Indy.
Oh, my God.
I think his personality would be perfect for Indy.
Oh,
I really,
God.
really do.
The amount of things they'd have to move, but you just move them.
You move that for Ant-Man.
You just move all of them.
But he's going to be a free agent. I mean,
Can you imagine if Anthony Edwards is like, I'm going to Naptown?
It'd be incredible.
Stop it. Anyway, carry on.
And his game would open up with Ty.
His game would open up so much with Ty, bro.
Clippers have won 8 of the last 10, coming together right time. They look dangerous. Like, Clippers actually are playing really, really well right now.
Ty Lue.
Fucking Ty Lue. Yeah. Ty Lue.
People don't talk about Ty Lue enough still.
Incredible.
How are we not talking?
He's incredible.
Fucking Ty Lue, man.
Dallas, you suck.
You suck so bad. But
Sacramento,
it's not your fault. You got people hurt.
No.
The general manager's an idiot. It's not the people on the court's fault.
Yep.
Okay.
Sacramento, you suck twice.
You suck twice.
Sabonis will probably be moved in this offseason. He already had a meeting at the beginning of the season to talk about the future, and nothing changed. You got Zach LaVine and you got DeMar DeRozan, and you guys are sliding in the standings. There's a very short leash when it comes in. I know Christie is the interim head coach, but he's probably not going to get hired to be the full-time head coach at this point.
Hashtag Frank Reichs.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Interims. Those interims were a bitch. I'll tell you. In school, remember interims? Those interims
What do you mean in the middle? Interims.
Interims.
Shit.
So yeah, Doug Christie probably ain't gonna get signed to more.
And that's the last thing I personally want to do is interim. You know
I definitely don't want to enter him. So yeah, we'll see. Wrapping up. We'll get a clearer picture here in the next couple weeks. We'll probably talk a little bit about next episode before I do the draft, just to like a quick little, because that will be the same week of the draft is the week the playoffs start. So we'll have to
You think so? I don't know, but the NFL draft is. We had to talk about it at a different
time. Do it back to back or something.
Quick little snippet or something.
Do like a half an hour show or something,
bro. Because that's I don't know.
That's a lot. The NFL show is a lot.
The NFL show is the NFL show.
MVP race.
Oh, that's me. We're gonna click on that little link right there. So the top 5 people up for the MVP this year. They're talking about your boy Shy, number 1. Averaging 32.9, 5 rebounds, 6.5 assists. This says they won 14 of the last 15. This was 5 days ago, though. I think they've won 16 of the last 17. They've won literally 10 in a row. Them fools are balling. Nikola, 29, 12, and 10 assists. This dude is averaging a triple-double. He's basically a walking MVP. You can't guard him. You can't do nothing with him. The slowest white boy ever, and he just flat-out balls. Giannis, interestingly enough, Giannis is having a great season. It's like one of those quiet-ass seasons. He's averaging 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. To me, we'll talk about it, but standings matter when it comes to an MVP race.
It does.
Jason Tatum is averaging 27, 8.7 rebounds, 6 assists. Obviously, they're absolutely balling with the number 2 seed, right? They got their number 2 seed behind Cleveland, pretty much locked up. Can't count him out, but I don't think it'll be him. And then LeBron. It is absolutely crazy to me, and we'll talk about this, that this dude in his 22nd year is even mentioned for the MVP race. He's averaging 24.5 points, 8.2 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and he's literally 40 years old. It doesn't make any damn sense to me. But LeBron is LeBron. You guys are going to miss him when he's gone.
Yep.
Miss him when he's gone. Joker just had 61, 10, and 2 steals and a 2 overtime loss just yesterday. Who you got for the MVP, bro? If you had to pick one of these fools, who would you give it to?
I think they're going to give it to Shy.
I think it's Shy's turn.
Just because they need to just not have so many one-sided votes. I think this is that kind of parity year. I look back to the third year where they could have get into Russ again, right?
Yeah.
I think about the back-to-back that Jokic won and they had to give it to Embiid. I think about they won't do too many in a row with the same person.
LeBron honestly should probably have 7 MVPs.
Correct. They just won't do that.
Honest, yeah.
Because OKC, when you look at their roster and how young they are, and they've won 61, 62 games.
They've lost 12 times.
He's going to win it that way.
Standings matter. That's what I was just about to say.
I also think that why he wouldn't probably go back-to-back is because there's so much talk about how annoying his game is.
Who that is? Jokers?
No.
Jokers?
Shy.
Okay.
That this is his one chance to do
People
so.
talk about it like that? So they're really annoyed.
Yeah,
I don't pay attention to OKC like that because they're just an annoying team to me. So I just don't pay attention.
Yes. People are mentioning how horrible, how egregious it is that he gets that many calls. It's bad.
You're doing too much. Okay.
So this will be his one. His dad was on an interview yesterday to talk about that and actually said exactly that. They said, do you think your son is the MVP? He said 100%. Jokic is doing his thing, but he's got his already. We'll talk. He said, we'll talk next year, but this year should be Shy's just because it's just his turn.
Okay.
He alluded to this will probably be his chance.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's what's up. Moving on.
Yeah.
Wing shot, NFL check-in. I just had to mention this. Aaron Rodgers still doesn't have a team.
That's cool.
And that's literally awesome as fuzz to me. NFL draft is April 24th to April 26th. If we want to click on this link and kind of just talk for a quick second about picks and upcoming picks, what people might do, will do. I mean, this is, we don't have to at all.
There's going to be some
deep.
movement. No, I won't do too much. I do think we're going to see some movement there at the top. Titans have already talked about moving the number 1 pick. Browns have some chances. There's been some whispers on quarterback coming to them via trade, which will either be Kirk Cousins or Dak Prescott. There's been a lot of sources on both sides for both people, so we're going to see that probably come to fruition here in the next 2 weeks before the draft.
Moving Deshaun, huh?
Or releasing Deshaun.
That's what I'm saying. That's
They're
what I mean.
moving on.
Like,
yes,
right,
yes,
they're gone.
Yes, yes,
Oh, they're gone.
He's gone.
Gone.
Sure, for sure. But yeah, there's some guys there at the top where I can see probably moving. Patriots are a team that over the history of their time have moved back to gain more picks. Colts are a team that have moved back to get more picks.
No doubt about it.
Bears are a team that have moved back to get more picks, and they've uploaded with so much talent. We'll see if they actually move back down to get some more stuff, to get some more help there over there too. But yeah, you don't know when you go top 15. This is not what it's going to look like. I would say, well, if you go over under on trade backs in the top 15, I'm going to go. There's probably going to be 2 decent moves.
All right.
Then in that one, that's a pretty good number there.
All right.
Talent wise, we're seeing guys like Graham from Michigan, Will Johnson from Michigan slipping down. He might be available near that teen time where the Colts are picking, but now that they've signed a CB, I don't think that they're going to pick him there. He might actually fall down to the 20s at this point, which is crazy to me. But
he's a first round draft pick.
He's a first round draft
pick. No question about
it. He was also hurt most of the year and then just sat out because he didn't want.
He's like, I'm going to the NFL because I'm a first round draft pick.
And Michigan wasn't doing anything at the time, so whatever, besides beating Ohio State.
Whoa. He said that with his whole ass chest.
Yeah.
He did. Said that with his whole ass chest. It's one of the best things that happened to Ohio State, quite truthfully.
Absolutely.
And for real. Them niggas was mad.
We kind of helped them win.
1,000%.
For sure.
1,000%.
So yeah, we'll see. Obviously,
you know what that was?
What?
That was the loss that a lot of March Madness teams need before they go to the March Madness.
Absolutely. Yeah. I had that debate again. We'll talk about March Madness, but I had that debate with one of my coworkers where they're like, well, they're on a 20-game winning streak. I'm like, they're going to lose first round.
At least second round, for sure.
Like, you can't. Like, you have to have
too much.
The reason Michigan got to the Sweet 16 because they lost 2 or 3 games prior to.
The reason Auburn's in the Final Four is because they lost 3 of their last 4 games before the tournament. You just need that.
Yes. So we'll see what happens. I'll talk more about that in a couple weeks.
Got rid of the chain gang, my nigga?
They got rid of the chain gang. I heard that on the way.
Like the literal chains? Like
they are no longer going to bring out the chains to measure it. They have a deal with Sony. They're adding 6 high-definition cameras to actually measure real time instead of having a chain gang. I don't know if I like it.
You don't like it.
I don't like that.
It's taking shit from the game.
It's taking shit from the game. I don't like it. Look, there's some of those things that are traditional that we want to have so we can argue about it.
Thank you.
That's part of it.
You're doing too much.
That was short. No, that was good. He got it. He didn't get it. The whole running out there, moving people out, that's part of the game. We didn't need, be better at calling pass interferences and stuff. I don't need you to take out the chain gang.
You are preaching.
Thank you. There was no point in taking that out, but I heard that on the way to come down to Yogi's before we started recording. It popped up on my thing and said they got rid of the chain gang starting this year.
Money. It's a money grab. Sony, we have a deal with Sony. Blah 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 blah.
Put some cameras out there. There will be no more arguments on if it was actually first down.
Why you Donald Trump in the NFL right now?
It's perfect. China.
I don't like that. Top of the key, NCAA Final Four preview, men's and women's. Let's talk about it. 4 number 1 seeds made it to the Final Four for the second time in NCAA history on the men's side. Last time that happened was 2008, the first and only time before this season. Houston versus Duke, 34.
And only second time in history.
That's what I'm. Right. Yeah.
You did, okay.
4 seeds make it for the second time in tournament history. But I appreciate you. Go Pacers.
Okay. Yeah.
Watching the game over here while I break this down for you.
Yeah.
Houston, 34-4 versus Duke, 35-3. Houston is a scrappy defensive-minded team. They like to win. ugly. And if they can muck it up some, they have a chance to beat the Dukies.
I do think, yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg is a good-ass white boy, though. Offensive and defensive minded.
He's an NBA player.
Right now. Averaging 19 points, basically 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Houston averages 74 points per game. Duke is averaging about 84 points per game. Houston averages the lowest of all the teams by almost 10 points. And they still won 34 games. Why, you ask? Because they're giving up 58.3 points per game, y'all.
Yeah.
That is a 15.3 plus margin per victory. 58 points per game, bro? Like, cats are not scoring. That's 29 points per half. Like, that's crazy to me. They can do it, but I would be very surprised to see Houston beat Duke. If they get them to play their tempo and their style, they'll get it done. Winning streaks on both ends. Speaking of which, what gives? Houston is on a 17-game winning streak. Duke is on a 15-game winning streak. We just talked about that.
Well, obviously, one of them has
somebody about to lose. Florida, 34-4 versus Auburn, 32-5. Auburn is the overall number 1 seed and looks to be a team of destiny. Bruce Pearl got them dudes playing great basketball at the right time. Johnny Broome is the heart and soul. He leads the team in minutes played, points per game, rebounds, assists, and blocks. I'm going to run that back. He leads the team in minutes played, points per game, rebounds, assists, and blocks. Retire Kevin Garnett's jersey, speaking of which, because he leads the Minnesota Timberwolves in all of those. He leads the team in all of those and probably about 10 other categories. Retire that fool's jersey. What in the hell? But with that said, Florida is super nice. Walter Clayton, Florida's point guard senior, is a flat-out bucket getter and that type of player who can put the team on his back and go get you 35 to 40 if he has to. Florida's averaging 85.4 points per game. Auburn is averaging 83.2 points per game. Pops, who's your picks? I had Michigan State winning it all, so I have absolutely no fucking clue.
I do have one bracket that has Florida winning it all. I have 2 brackets that have Duke winning it all.
How many brackets do you have?
I usually do 5 or 6.
Okay.
I had one that had Tennessee winning it all. That didn't work out.
That did not work out.
My Michigan State bracket also did not work out. Now, my Florida one is actually all accurate besides Tennessee also beating Houston.
Because who the hell picks 4 number 1 seeds,
Correct.
man? Like, stop it.
Yes.
No one saw
You know
that
who
coming.
won? You know who won all of these brackets? The females of the girlfriends that are like, honey, I'll do one too. Why wouldn't you pick the number 1s? Because they're number 1. Because it only happened twice in history.
And you about to win all this money because you picked the number 1.
You gotta at least take me to dinner or something. like, do I get something? Because I gave you the bracket. Is there a finder's fee of the bracket?
You didn't even know brackets existed until I told you.
You said, what? I said, why are you picking them? You said, because their jerseys are blue. Christine did, was that last year? Great. Did better than me in my brackets last year because she picked mascots. It just happens.
Can't get mad.
Like, yeah, those birds were better.
You were right.
Yeah, Hawks, Cardinals. Hawks won.
Straight up.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Duke, and the other one I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a Duke and Florida finals.
Okay.
And I have Florida winning it all.
Duke, Auburn wins 81-77, and I put that in question marks. On the women's side, 3 number 1 seeds and number 2 UConn. Mind you, number 2 UConn who went 35-3, and that's the number 2 seed. Like, what in the fuck is going on? But we'll break that
Michigan
down.
was number 5.
On the men's side,
correct,
which is also some flat out tish bull, just some flat out tish bull. Texas 35-3 versus South Carolina 35-4. Texas is a phenomenal squad. Madison Booker is a literal female Kevin Durant. Her scoring abilities are insane. She's the type of player who can flat out get buckets. She also plays full court defense and can slide them feet. They're great defensively and could upset South Carolina if South Carolina does not come ready to play. They've been to the Elite 8 3 times since 2020, and they're hoping to break through. Their last championship was in 1986, and their last Final Four was in 2003. So they are really hoping to break through to at least get to that national championship and have a shot to win it all for the first time in almost 40 years. With that said, South Carolina has lost 12 games in the last 6 seasons. I'm going to say that one more time. South Carolina has lost 12 games in the last 6 seasons. They've been to the Final Four 5 straight times, bro.
It's crazy.
Thank you. Dawn Staley is currently 407 and 109 as the coach there. She wins 82% of the time and is clearly most of those were before her the last 6 years. They are rolling. They have talent all over the floor. They're great defensively. They score on all levels. They trust their coach, and they have literally the best coach team in college basketball. Dawn be out there dressed like she's going to kick it with the homies. She be in joggers and a hoodie on the sidelines. They are just flat out different. The culture is different, and until someone knocks them off of their pedestal, they are the fucking pedestal.
They are the. I like that. They are the pedestal.
They are the pedestal. Yeah. South Carolina by 100. Just saying. UConn versus UCLA. UConn is 35 and 3. UCLA sitting over there at 34 and 2. I tried to tell y'all a couple weeks ago that Paige Beckers was about to flat out show y'all who the hell she was in case y'all must have forgot out here. And she is doing just that. This woman has had 30 to 40 points in the last 3 games of the tournament. She's like, fuck it. I'm going out with a bang. Y'all gonna see me. To me, she's basically Juju and Caitlin in one person. I mean, she does it all. She's unreal. Paige Bucket. 34 versus San Diego State. She also had 4 steals. 40 versus Oklahoma. She also had 3 steals and 2 blocks and a bunch of assists, and I just didn't mention that. 31 versus USC with 4 steals and 2 blocks as well. Insane, dog. I know Juju didn't play the other night, and kudos to you, Juju, because there's no other place to mention this. Kudos to you. Just got named the National Player of the Year, and I don't think that was because of your injury. That was not the time. You literally deserve to be the National Player of the Year. So kudos to you. Get healthy. This comeback is going to be dope for her.
Incredible.
This is how you learn. This is how you grow. This is the campaigns, Nike ads.
I can't wait until it's like she's going to be ready for the March Madness next year, and it's like, oh shit,
she about to average 50 because Juju's about to be on. You got to lose something that you love every now and then just so you can really appreciate it. And to learn this lesson at 19, 20 years old.
You know what made me really good at what I do today in my life?
Tell them.
Loss.
Ooh. We out here preaching. I know that Juju did not play the other night, but Paige is on a mission. I don't know if that would have really had, it impacted the game. They would have went back and forth, but I just think Paige would have figured out a way to get that done the other night. She needs to get a ring to be considered one of the UConn greats with the Lobos and the Diana Taurasi's and the Sue Birds and all of them that have come through there, because she is one of them, but she's got to get a ring to prove it. UCLA has lost 2 games all season. Big Ten tournament champion Lauren Betts is a flat-out beast in the post. When you're 34 and 2, you expect to win everything. Sometimes you got to just trust your gut, and I'm Team Paige Bucket. UCLA is favored by 8.5 points, though.
Yeah.
Take that.
Take that. No, never mind. My bad. Shit.
Womp, 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 womp. This is a hashtag No Diddy show. Take that bet. Shit. Don't take that. But take that bet. This is a No Diddy show over here. UConn by 100. Penn Pops picks. Who you got, bro?
I got UConn.
You got UConn winning it all?
UConn winning it all.
Well, UConn winning it all. Actually, I have them beating South Carolina because in the last 4 years, South Carolina, did they win it last year? So they won it last year, went to the championship and lost the year before, won it the year before, went to the championship and lost it. So they're on a scale to go to the championship but lose this year. That's what I got going on. Wing shot, bro. Major League Baseball. This fool's over here watching the game.
See, what do you got going on?
Major League Baseball. I don't talk about.
Cool.
I'll talk about baseball, bro.
Torpedo bats.
Jeez.
Talk about it. Talk about these torpedo bats.
Tell them about it.
Yankees debuted their torpedo bats.
Home runs everywhere.
Now they're new this year, but I think more so because everyone's noticing them. They did have a couple that showed last year briefly.
Is this Deflategate?
Kind of.
But legal?
Yeah.
Because it's not illegal.
It's not. It's not technically illegal.
Yet.
But basically, the Yankees came out, a bunch of them used it. Now, Aaron Judge did not. He had a bunch of homers and he didn't use them, but he might do something.
He uses steroids.
Basically, for sure. Yankees, not surprising, they have used a loophole in the rules to alter their bats. They have moved the largest part of their bat, the fat part of their bat, down towards where the logo part is. So it's a little further down, right where the sweet spot of the bat is.
For real?
Yeah.
That's what they did?
It literally like comes up in the middle, then goes down again. So literally it looks like a torpedo. It's just fat in the middle of the bat instead of the end of the bat.
Wow. Kind of genius.
Kind of genius. So what happened? They have hit 15 home runs in their opening 3 games of the series and a franchise record 9 in their 20-9 rout over the Milwaukee Brewers on Saturday.
These niggas said, okay, Dodgers.
Now,
okay.
Who was next up? We saw the Phillies out there with a couple fat bats as well. Those are your boys.
Hey. You can't beat them, Joyner, Bryce. Hey.
Yeah. Other than that, it's too early. It's too early in the season. I ain't gonna talk about stand-ins or nothing like
Everybody
that.
and their mama about to have torpedo bats.
Dodgers are undefeated.
Dodgers undefeated.
Yeah,
7-0.
Yeah, undefeated.
They might win 130 freaking games. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Corner shot.
Actors, athletes, and atrocities. That was nice. That was not even. We never even practiced that.
No,
that was beautiful.
That was very nice.
That was nice.
Kind of a different actors, athletes, and atrocities.
Why?
Just wanted to update some stuff that's going on with some big names out here.
All right.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
Armed gunman broke into his home on Sunday night while his family was inside. Still an open investigation, and Sherman had this to say: "House being robbed at gunpoint with my family is not the way that anyone wants to get their birthday gift. Scary situation that my wife handled masterfully and kept my kids safe. If anyone has any info that can help find these people, please reach out." If you see the scene, literally lights are all on, they just busting through a window while everybody's in the house. Being very bold out here now.
What?
Not like they waited till they left. They just busted through a window and started walking in. They were wearing trash bags. It was very strange. Black people.
Black people.
Yeah, stop it. LaShawn Johnson, NFL, former running back, has been charged in a massive dogfighting operation with the FBI seizing over 190 pit bulls. It is the biggest bust of any kind in U.S. history.
Of its kind.
In U.S. Yes. Didn't he learn from the last guy?
No.
Obviously not.
He did not. These fools out here, like I put in the notes, they be thinking that they're invincible and incapable of being caught. Or they simply just flat out don't give a fuzz. I don't know which of the 3 it is. Maybe a combination of all the above. But actors, athletes, and atrocities.
Yeah. And then last but not least, kind of a shout out to the Atlanta Hawks fan at halftime, where he tore his ACL during the little competition between another guy. He went up for a layup, lost his footing, and then tore his ACL.
Please tell me that did not happen for real.
Yeah, it's all over social media.
For all those out there who wonder when they ask me to play in their rec league, why I tell them hell to the no. And for all those people out there who be asking, bro, you still hoop? And I'll be like, hell to the no. This is why.
Yeah.
Because I have no time to tear an ACL or rupture an Achilles fucking around with y'all.
Yeah.
Nope. Hey, man, you want to do the halftime, blah, blah, blah? I don't.
Yeah.
I would sit here
and not only feel bad for the Hawks fan, but the announcer that was in mid-ring that didn't know. She was like, oh, no. So hold on. Oh, boy. I don't even think I can announce a winner. Let's just cut to break.
How do you explain to your job on Monday why you can't come to work?
So I got picked to do the halftime competition.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you do?
Yeah, Dan.
Tore my ACL.
What?
Tore that ACL. Yeah. I'll tell you. Layups get tough once you hit about 45.
Stop doing layups at 45. Sit your ass in the stands and leave it to the 25-year-olds.
Thank you. They're out. You're paying to watch them play.
This is not for you anymore.
If I got picked at 45, they're like, you got to run and do a layup half court. I'm like, you know what? Why don't you give it to this person right here?
Can I phone a friend?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide this over to my man back there who'll be way better at this than me. I don't want to do that.
They look more athletic.
No doubt about it. What we're gonna do is we're going to take a quick break. Bro, that felt good. That was nice. We're going to take a quick break, come back with Naptown News, a little fine print. Shout out Carmelo Anthony, and get the hell out of Dodge. We'll be back, y'all. special.
We're brothers.
Oh, I like that better.
We're
I like
happy
that way
and we're
better.
singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Ooh, he just did that. Was that Jairus? That is nasty. Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project, presented by our second sponsor, Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. We out here cleaning kicks, painting kicks. We do ISO restoration and a bunch of other services. We also do shipping. I just want to let y'all know, we do shipping out of the state, so we're not just here for Columbus. We actually do shipping, so y'all know. The shoebox Clean Kicks on Wheels is officially in the streets as well, meaning we do pick up and drop off, along with the ability to pull up to an event and be the life of the party. It's springtime. We out here in them streets, y'all. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneakerheads. Do yourselves a favor. Give us a follow on Instagram at cleankicks.614. Next segment, Naptown News. We're going to talk about the Indiana Pacers, who are up now by, I think, 13, because Jarris Walker just busted somebody's
10.
eye. 10, I lied, because they just hit a 3. We're up 10 against Charlotte, I believe.
Yep.
Who we playing? Yep. Carry on, Keebler.
Pacers hopefully are about to be 45-31. As of right now, they're 44. Won 7 of the last 10. 2 games ahead of Detroit for 4th place. Clinch a playoff spot for the second straight year because of the Hawks' loss. I'm ready. I want to go to a playoff game.
8-1 in March at home, I think. I mean, just
start of the year,
basketball.
They're 40 and what? 12, something crazy like that. Like
start of the year, since 2025,
yeah.
32 and 12,
something like that,
something crazy,
something crazy,
like crazy.
Yeah.
Like top 3 record in top 3 to 5 record in NBA, easy.
Yeah,
balling.
I think the things that you want to happen to your team before you get into the playoffs are in perfect working order for the Pacers.
And what is that, Pops? What you mean?
Have an injury earlier than you get healthy going into the playoffs.
Preach
Mathurin, he'll be ready to go. He's basically, they're being just cautious. Sore calf, that's all that it is.
Stop it.
But we know what sore calves can lead to.
Do we ever?
Right? You sit as long as you need, buddy. Just be ready for the playoffs. I don't need you to play the rest of the 2 weeks.
We are not Kevin Durancing this dude.
We don't even need you to play.
Look at me doing calf raises now. You got me over here on 1 foot stretching my shit out. Like
you go a couple losses. You go some shooting slumps with Shepard. You're going shooting slump with Siakam. But who is turning it on right as you get into the playoffs? Halliburton's back.
It's fine.
It's fine.
His back is
fine.
His back
is fine. I think we're getting hot at the right moment where I was 2 weeks ago. You talked to me about trying to clinch the 4th spot. I was a little iffy. 7 games left. They've won, as I said before we started recording, they've won games that they actually shouldn't have won, or I didn't think they were going to win. The Minnesota at home game, didn't think we were going to win because we had done what we did there in their place. I thought that was like, they're going to probably have revenge, come back. For the most part of that game, they handled themselves pretty well. I mean, they had some 20-point leads in that game. I go, who they just beat where I said that they come back and won. Who was that 2 nights ago?
Not Sacramento.
It was Sacramento. It was Sacramento.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
That was a back and forth. We would go on some run. I mean, you're playing Sacramento at home, and they're trying to figure shit out.
You're supposed to win that, but I wouldn't have been surprised.
I wouldn't have been surprised if you lost
sure.
that. It's like it's a West team coming into your house. At some point, we're probably going to lose one of these games. Like that was the one.
We definitely won that trade. I just wanted to say that out loud for sure.
Oh. Yeah, because Sabonis is about to leave. So I will say, hold on, let me do NBA standings. I need to look at their Pacers schedule. When we go the last, now 6 games after this, the ones that I worry about most.
Clinched.
We got Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz always scared me for the Pacers just because of their length. Denver, that's one. That'll be one.
You hear that squeak?
Yeah, that's one I'm a little nervous about. Washington, funny enough, as I say that's an easy one, they always scare me. They're one of those teams that you play down to their talent.
But they're a different Washington. They don't got Kyle Kuzma. They don't, you know what I mean? They're kind of just like F it.
Then you play Cleveland, Orlando, then Cleveland again.
You might lose 4 of those.
There's a possibility you lose 4 of those. So that's what makes like these games important. It makes it important that you ended up coming back and beating Sacramento. If we want to have a better record than last year, we won 47 games last year. we gotta.
That is a very tough closeout.
This is a tough
closeout. Say those again.
So yeah, you're gonna go.
You gotta win tonight because that'll get you to 45.
Utah Jazz.
Gotta win that. Get you to 46.
Denver on Sunday.
46.
Tuesday you play the Wizards.
47.
Thursday Cleveland
47.
at home.
47.
Friday at home against Orlando.
You have to win one of those next 3 to get to 48.
And then away in Cleveland.
So you literally have to win the games that you're supposed to win. Like you have to beat Washington.
You got to stop fucking around against Charlotte right now.
And you're up 4 because we were just up 13. You got to stop fucking around against Charlotte right now. Oh, that's aggressive.
Correct.
That's aggressive.
So yeah, but I will say this: I love hearing Candace Parker say we got to put some respect on the Pacers' name. She said that during the last TNT broadcast.
Thanks, Candace.
Everyone is noticing that the Pacers, I think they sneakily got back up as we were down in the 6, 7 spot, 6 for a long time.
And everybody thought last year was a fluke.
And we're like, okay, yeah, they'll be back in the same spot. They'll probably get, or like, they're like, I don't know who's going to beat them in a 7-game series.
And if they would have stayed hot, they were really trying to chase down New York for that 3 spot.
They really were.
They were really.
If Brunson would have gotten hurt a little sooner, we would probably see them sneaking up.
They were trying to chase them down.
I mean,
bro.
we're 3 back right now.
They were trying to chase them down.
With our schedule, their schedule going back in, we're not going to catch up to them.
They were trying to chase them all the way down.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we good there?
Yeah.
Colts news. What you got, dog?
Hold on, let me pull back up. I had windows open and all kinds of shit. I don't even know what screen that's on. Hold on now.
NFL draft needs. With the draft coming up here, what I, quote unquote, Pops thinks we need help in position wise.
Tight end, inside of offensive line, edge rushing, linebacker, safety.
All right.
I will say this, because Ballard actually got off his ass and actually did some things during the offseason. Good job, Ballard.
One of those, my career and my job is on the line. I got to actually get off my ass and do something.
We have a little bit more flexibility in the draft to do some things, I think. Obviously, there's some glaring holes. Tight end, to me, on most boards, anybody says that is our number one hole. We had horrible tight ends.
Did you say glaring holes or glory holes?
Glory holes. There's nothing like a glory hole.
A consensual,
depending on which side you're on.
A consensual glory hole could be cool.
That I'm on this side, like I'm presenting.
Glaring.
Yeah.
It's a glaring glory hole.
I don't want to be glaring into the hole of glory.
For sure.
I want to be glorified.
I am the glare for glory.
Glorify me.
Clarify me?
Clarify me. That's what I would like. Tight end remains number one spot that we need. You got a few different choices there. You got obviously 14 pick. We're seeing Tyler Warren from Penn State being that 8 to 14, 10 to 14, somewhere in there. Bears probably could sneak up and get him. Panthers could probably maybe sneak up and get him.
Do we stay at 14? Or do we trade back?
Well, here's what I'll say. I think Tyler Warren, if he's not available at 14, I see a high possibility of trading back to 20 to 25, and you pick Loveland from Michigan, because I think he's the next person up. I think he's also a pretty decent blocker. Obviously, he's not as flashy as Warren, not as that, but he is a hell of a great tight end, can do a lot of those things and be in the middle of that zone defense, 7 to 10 yards, and can catch a ball.
You need a tight end so bad.
Yeah,
please get us a safety net for our quarterback.
Completely fine with Warren also being on the team.
Jesus.
We need edge rushing help. We have Liatu Latu, but I do think that Kwity Paye, as much as I love Kwity Paye, he's a nice rotational player, but I think
he's not the one.
He's not the one on the other side.
He's not the one. He called Kwity Paye a side chick.
I did.
He did.
I did.
He did.
Got a weird face, doesn't he?
He wouldn't be my side chick.
Nah. Move aside, chick. Move aside, chick. We don't need that.
Lord Jesus, have mercy. Fair.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do there. If you do end up moving back, then you have the possibility of gaining another pick in that 80 to 90 range, something like that. Get another third rounder, somewhere in there. You have a lot of edge rushing help in this one. There's a pretty edge defensive line heavy draft, so there's some talent in that late second round, early third rounds. You've got both Jack Sawyer and JT. I don't know how to say his last name. The other edge on OSU.
Yeah,
that guy. 15 sacks last year. They're graded 2 spots as far as where they think they could draft, and they're saying second, third round for either one of those, which is very surprising to me. I'd be fine with either one of those.
I'd be very okay.
Yeah, like either one of those guys.
Very okay with either one of those two.
Yeah, so like
no question.
You don't have to like break the draft to like go find.
Jack Sawyer is just a great locker room dude.
Correct. Yes,
he's gonna work hard. Yes. Anybody in there.
I just think JT's flashier, more athletic,
for sure, and a great locker room dude as well.
Great locker room dude. So I'd be fine with either of those guys if you don't get somebody like. You have Jared Ivey out there. You've got Prince from Ole Miss, Prince Umalaka Mumu.
If you stayed in college for 4 to 5 years and you came back to play in your senior year because you had something to prove, I want you in my locker room.
Yeah. I
don't care who you played for.
So yeah, Edge is still there. I like that. Guards. I don't even know if I spelled guards right.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Guards. There's not a lot of high-ranking guards in this draft.
Why is there a U in guards?
Isn't that weird?
Can we just talk about that?
Yeah. Okay. And then I would go, shouldn't the A come before the
G-A-U-R-D? like taught.
Yeah. Like that would be what I would think.
Oh, you didn't spell that right.
I didn't. I didn't think I did.
Like you did.
No, I didn't.
He spelled gourds.
Yeah, that's why I looked at it. I was like, I didn't spell that right. That's why I was like, that's not correct at all.
Shit says gourds.
Gourds. Here's what I think. I think we need some gourds. If we move back a couple spots, I really do think we could get a couple gourds. Just a couple gourds to help protect whoever ends up being our quarterback. I think it'd be very, very good. Very good.
Say it one more time.
Just a couple gourds. Just a couple. So one of the highest ranking guards that's going to be like Tate Rutledge from Georgia.
I can't not call him gourds now.
Tate Rutledge, but he's like a third round, late second round pick. I don't think you need to do too much to get him. When I say we created some flexibility, I do mean it because like the things that we need, there's going to be some choices that they'll be able to make, like where they don't have to break the bank to try to go get him. EJ Speed, when I say we need linebacking, EJ Speed now just signed with, I can't remember who ended up signing him. Who signed him? I
don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the NFL much during the off season until it's time to pay attention to the NFL. I just really don't.
Yeah, EJ Speed, as he had in his whole career, he'd have flashy, great plays, but consistency was always a big thing for him, where he would make some boneheaded plays. We said all last year, where are the linebackers?
Thank you.
Why are people getting from our defensive line to our CBs?
Our safety should not have the most tackles.
Correct. Like, what happened to our linebackers? What the hell
is going on when Nick Cross has the most tackles? I'm not comfortable.
So linebacking needs to be there. And safety, I do have just to keep a lot, like keep, what do I want to say?
I don't know what you want to say. Say it with your chest, though. Is it a player's name?
No.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
Depth. Damn.
That's what you was looking for?
Yeah, fuck.
Contact buzz, cuz.
Depth.
That's what you was looking for?
We need more depth. I see a guy like late round, third, fourth round, safety from Penn State.
If you can't find depth, you ain't finding his name. You definitely ain't finding his name.
I think that Porter, Kevin Porter.
Is that his name?
Possibly.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he'd be great. I think as a rotational player in the safety room now, I think it'd be phenomenal.
Is Ryan Clark's son coming out this year or did he come out last year?
I don't remember. I think he came out last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got.
Word up. Fine print. Frank Reich, y'all.
Wadate.
Frank Reich is set to become the interim coach of Stanford's football team for the 2025 season. And my first question is, isn't this an Andrew Luck hire?
Yeah.
Isn't that right? That's literally his job.
Yeah, he's a GM.
They clearly don't plan on winning. And you ask me, like, why would they not plan on winning, Brian? Penn, whatever you want to call me. Be honest. I'm going to tell you why right now. Frank Reich's NFL coaching record is 43-45 overall. He's 41-43 in the regular season. He's 1-2 in the playoffs. He has literally never coached in college. That's such a different animal. Like, can he recruit? Like, if you're a senior in high school, junior in high school, and you get a call from Frank Reich of the Stanford Cardinals that he wants to come and talk to your mom, like, do you even feel that when you have, like, Ryan Day and Kirby Smart.
Like Frank who? The guy that got fired from both teams?
And like, if you're an interim coach, are you even supposed to recruit?
I don't know.
Who's gonna play for an underwhelming interim coach? They basically said, we don't want you, but. Carolina Panthers, he was the last team he coached for in 2023. They were 1-10 and 0-6 on the road before he got fired. Now, that's not all of his fault, but bro.
A lot of it was. Sorry. A lot of it was, man. It's your culture. Or lack thereof.
Lack thereof. Stanford, bad hire. That actually should have been the bad or the ugly, to be completely honest, but I didn't put it there. Put it there.
Yeah.
Frank Reich.
Frank Reich.
You're not the dude. But in positive news, as we move on to our next topic and the final topic of the night.
First ballot.
Shout outs to mother cuffing Carmelo Anthony. Shout outs to motherfucking Carmelo Anthony, 2025 Hall of Fame first ballot inductee, bro. We are so proud of you. I'm gonna open up this link just so I can talk about you for a second. If the link opens up, where the hell is it? I really want this to open up. Come on. Let me talk for a second.
Open link.
It won't open. It's opening. There's something different, and it's driving me crazy. That's not the link. Come on. Because it was talking all that shit about him. First ballot, 6-time All-Star selection, drafted by the Denver Nuggets in 2003. All of that good stuff. Went on to average 24, 6, and 3 over his 8 seasons, 564 games total played. Yo, man. Culture changer, flat out. If you like, Syracuse took him to a national championship in his freshman year, went on to the NBA, changed the culture of every squad he played in, came to New York where he was from and balled the hell out. Probably should have got him a ring, quite truthfully. Needed a little.
I wish we got him a ring.
I wish he got New York a ring. Probably one of the most talented, I'd say top 5 most talented scorers in NBA history. ISO game, post game, mid-range game, 3-point game, under the bucket game, footwork crazy. Like, if y'all don't know about Carmelo Anthony, man, y'all need to Google this fool and do some research. First ballot Hall of Fame NBA player. Kudos to you, Carmelo. Shout out to you. Mad love, my nigga. Dead ass. And it's crazy that LeBron James and him were drafted the same year, and LeBron James is be over here in the top 5 for the MVP race, and Carmelo's going to the Hall of Fame.
First ballot Hall of Famer. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see your face.
You see how offended I just got?
He did. It switched really quick. The only other thing I'll say is R.I.P. to Val Kilmer. We got that news he did pass away yesterday.
And I'm actually happy.
He was in a lot of pain for a lot of
years.
He
was bedridden for a long time. Like, Val was not Val. No.
Great actor. I mean, you can name a lot of movies.
He's one of them.
Phenomenal.
He's one of them.
So yeah, R.I.P. to him. Rest easy. Love that.
Much deserved rest.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And actually, that's a perfect segue, because these last 2 days have been crazy for me, crazy for you, and I'm actually going to rest.
Yeah, I took tomorrow off just to rest. It is
so important, y'all, out here working your asses off, doing so much for your friends and your families. Please make sure that you get yourself some rest, mental health, emotional stability, all of that.
Because we will not be recording until 2 weeks from today. Happy birthday, Steven. And we will see our family a week from tomorrow.
Snarf, snarf.
Boom.
My dog. All right, y'all. Peace.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop. Yeah. And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox. Yeah. 4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s. Final. Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Naptown where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen pimping, all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen. That little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit, truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was all a dream. 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 right here be the proof dreams do come true. Yeah. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do